Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Amish Rebel Podcast. Today we are going to get into a little bit of a conversation about medieval times. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I have my son on with me today. His name is Trace, and he wants to talk about medieval times, so we're going to get into that. And please, one of these weekends, we'll make a video answering some of your questions, so please go ahead and share this episode if you get something out of it. Greatly appreciate it. And also leave your comments below. Any comments that you guys have, read through those and respond to them as much as we can. But thank you for watching, and we'll get right into it. So tell me a little bit about what you're learning about like medieval times.
So from this book I have right now, I learn a lot about like the Byzantine Empire.
The Byzantine Empire?
That's the first one. Then the Barbarian Kingdom, and they have like, the Barbarian Kingdoms sometimes have Christianity. So the Barbarians used to be invaders, and then they returned to Christianity.
Okay. So what made him return to Christianity?
Well, let's see right here. Most barbarians were pagans who did not believe in Christ. Wherever they settled, churches were abandoned. By around 500, Christianity had almost disappeared in many parts of Europe, spreading message. The leaders of the church in Rome and Constantinople decided to send out monks to teach the Christian religion. Monks were also sent from Ireland, which had not been invaded by barbarians. Slowly, the barbarians became Christians, and churches and monasteries were built all over Egypt. Europe. So that's basically the whole story. So Rome is just back here, which is back then was a very important country.
Okay.
To ancient civilizations. And then they had a Christian leader named, I think his name was Constantinople, that's where the town of Constantinople came from. But, yeah, I guess I can't find it right now. But, so Rome sent out basically missionaries.
Okay. Sent out missionaries to do what?
Well, to teach the message, I guess.
The message of Christ?
Yes.
Okay. What happened then?
Well, the barbarians, who were not really Christians, and actually a lot of the times warlike people, most of them became Christians.
Oh, through Rome sending them their evangelists, people to minister to? Missionaries.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then here is Augustine preaching to the Angles. Queen Bertha is already Christian. King Elthbert is just there listening.
Okay, so how does that tie into the Amish?
Think here.
Are Amish Christians?
Some of them, but not most Schwarzentroopers aren't.
Oh, okay. What's
like
a
the way you grew up?
The way I grew up? Just really strict?
Yeah. Rules. More rules, and more rules. Added extra rules. I saw this Bible, which had a scroll. Well, it was a kid's Bible, but it had a scroll. Rules. More and more rules. Rules and rules and rules. Few more added extra rules, and it keeps going on until it finally finishes. But it's keep adding up rules and rules and rules.
What Bible was that?
The one that says every story whispers his name on it.
I don't know which one that is. Do we have it?
Yeah, we have it.
Oh, okay.
It's that one that their illustrations look kind of funny.
So are the rules good or bad?
Good, because they're from the Bible.
Oh, okay. So there are some good rules.
Yes.
The Amish have some good rules.
Some. I would not want to be an Amish boy, though.
Why not? You're dressed up Amish.
Yeah, that's just because we're having a podcast.
Oh, okay. Do you have to dress up to have a podcast?
Oh, no. I could dress up in my baseball jersey and talk about baseball the whole time.
You think the audience would like that?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask them. Ask them if they like it.
Ask them.
Ask them if they like it.
What do you guys like to hear about? Well, baseball.
Baseball? Just any baseball? Your baseball?
Well,
about your games?
Me and my brother's games.
Okay. You want to talk about your games? Have some commentary on your games?
Yeah, sometime, but right now we're focusing on medieval times.
Okay. Well, give us some more, but you got to talk to the camera. Okay?
Talk to the camera?
Yeah. Do you have it memorized? Do you have stuff memorized you want to talk about?
Not really memorized.
Okay.
But, so, the Vikings... Let's see. The Vikings came from Sweden, Norway, and Denway. Their name probably means pirate, and they were fierce raiders and fighters. That's why you like the Vikings so much, because they're so competitive. You like so? The Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I like the Minnesota Vikings, because I grew up in Minnesota.
Then we have the Vikings were farmers, fishermen, and craft workers. Okay, farm life. Many of the Vikings were farmers. They grew crops, vegetables, and kept cows, pigs, chickens, and goats. They also hunted. Wow.
That sounds a lot like the Amish.
Yeah. These guys played chess.
Oh, yeah, we were not allowed to play chess because that was too worldly.
Too worldly.
Against the rules. Yep.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't want to be an Amish boy.
Oh, too many rules.
Yeah, too many rules. Rules, rules, rules. It's a book of rules.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle of rules. That's what it is. Strict. Very strict rules.
Okay.
Some good rules.
We've got the Native Americans and the Vikings abroad. So, there's this map right here. If you can see it, it's kind of dim right here. See that map? So, these are the Native Americans, and these are the Vikings. So, Viking routes. The red lines are Viking routes. These are Viking homeland, and these are where Vikings settled. So, as you can see, they started on Denmark and Norway and Sweden. All the places went through Arab and landed at Baghdad. Then, from Sweden, they went to, well, not far from Baghdad, landed there, and then right not too far from Italy. And then another one from Norway kind of joins in with another one from Norway going to Ireland and Iceland. That leads to, well, just off the coast of Spain. Then we have another one that leads to Iceland, and then from Iceland to Newfoundland. Then we have one from Norway to pretty close to Ireland, and one like right into Britain.
Okay.
So that's kind of your map of the Viking world.
So, do you think that the audience is appreciating your history lesson?
Probably.
Yeah? You think they like history as much as you do?
I don't know. But if people want to learn and start podcasts and stuff like what we're doing and write books, they need to
educate themselves. Huh?
Educate, and this can help.
Yeah, that can definitely help.
Okay.
Learning history can definitely help. I did not have history classes in school, and I love history. That's part of the reason why I love doing these podcasts, because I learn listening to him talk about history.
Okay, here is a picture. Right there is another picture of Vikings attacking a village. So, that's pretty common for some Vikings. Wow! They're stealing treasures from churches. Okay, let's back up here. Oh, yeah, they weren't Christians.
Yeah, they weren't?
No, they're way too blood-slaughtering to be Christians. And then here, they're finally getting defeated by some Indians.
Okay.
And then, seems like they just mysteriously disappeared.
The Vikings did? They don't live at all anymore?
They don't exist. They don't exist. Otherwise, they probably would have kept going. I think they attacked and plundered and raided so much that their numbers went out of men.
So they destroyed themselves.
Probably. Because right here, you can see they're getting plundered by Indians.
Oh, okay.
Favorite part of the medieval world is the Anglo-Saxon England. I love reading this. And then knight soldiers in war. I'll start with Anglo-Saxon England. Around the year 400, tribes of Anglo-Saxons and Jutes began arriving in Britain from Denmark and northern Germany. These people were later known as Anglo-Saxons, and the land where they settled was called Angel Land, or England. By 600, England was divided into 7 kingdoms. Okay, it's kind of a smaller map this time, but here you get a picture of the border of the Danelaw in
You gotta lift it up a little bit so you can see it.
878, and then we've got the green is Northumbria, then the yellow is Mercia, and then the orange is East Anglia, and then the dark green right there is Essex, and then the pink is Kent, and the purple is Sussex, and the blue is Wessex. So, that's their territory, apparently. That's the map of the Anglo-Saxons. King Alfred. Let's see. King Alfred of Wessex drove the Danes out of his kingdom and won back Sussex, Kent, and Mercia, which all became part of Wessex. So, Wessex apparently grew bigger. Mercia, which is the biggest, the end of the Anglo-Saxons. Edward the Confessor became king, of England in 1042. He was a religious man who rebuilt Westminster Abbey. When Edward died in 1066, Harold, Earl of Wessex, was crowned. He defeated a Viking army at Stamford Bridge. See that? Viking army and Vikings, right? So we've got... So apparently, the Vikings were so close to England that they happened to spark a little bit of a battle and got defeated. Oh no. But then he was soon defeated by the Normans who conquered England. So you see page 124. Let's see who the Normans... Yeah. Okay, so this is the main night of the Mountain Night. We'll just go to this. So the Mountain Night was a very important night back then. They carried lances, morning stars, metal helmet, chainmail made from linked metal rings, shield with coat of armor. So, becoming a knight. Only boys from noble families could become knights, learning how to ride and fight. Then he became a squire and looked after knights. When the squire had proved that he was a brave warrior, he was knighted by king or noble. So, I hope you enjoyed your history on the medieval world, and I guess now we can give the talking over to the Amish Rebel.
The Amish Rebel. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something from it. And remember that we need to be intentional, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
very intentional.
Yep. And I just also want to say thank you so much for all of your all's comments. You guys have been commenting away on YouTube, and that really helps us promote these episodes that we put out each week. Your loyal following, you guys have been very generous in following this podcast, and just a lot of you say a lot of kind things about it, so we greatly appreciate that. And we do plan on having more Amish content coming very soon. Interviews again, like we did in the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe if you get something out of this channel. And we'll see you in the next video. Remember to always be intentional.
Thank you for watching.